Hello, my name is Boris. I'm a government contracting consultant. I work with small businesses, medium-sized businesses, large businesses, help them secure government contracting, whether it's developing proposals, whether it's developing quotes, whether it's developing estimation, cost estimations, project planning, project management, whether it's searching opportunities or registering on procurement systems or getting certifications or whatever. I do it in government contracting. I'm a consultant. I help also help them develop strategies in order to win government contracting. So let's get started here. This video is not about me. It's about you or any other person that is interested in government contract. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that I discovered recently while working with a client. So there's a way to mix in real estates and government contracting all together. As you know, the government needs services in pretty much all aspects of life because there's it's humans living, working there. There's in some cases humans living there, like in Air Force bases or military bases and stuff like that. So the government needs pretty much anything we can think of, including real estate. I know, very exciting, right? If you're a real estate guy, sounds very exciting to you. Um, I invest in real estate myself. I have some real estate. So that was very exciting, and I wanted to share that opportunity with you guys. So if you feel like it's something that you're interested, keep watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, share as well. I will appreciate it. It takes me a lot of time and effort to do those videos. So in these videos, I'm going to show you exactly how you can leverage real estate, make money with real estate in government contracting without owning it. I know. I've seen some crazy stuff working with some clients. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that was possible. Keep watching. Yep. All right. Let me set up my camera here very quick. Okay, I think we can get started here. Okay. Um, let's go. I was setting up my camera. Okay. So before we get too dig into here, I would like to um show my credential. Of course, as I'm a freelancer on Upwork. I'm a top ready talent on Upwork, and I have 100% job success on Upwork. As you can tell, I'm credited, qualified to talk about this topic. You can see some of my clients' reviews, some of my clients' feedback. I have been working with clients and helping clients win government contracts in many industries. I'm not limited to any industries. My background is in technology, but I have learned many other industries. Now I'm not expert in every industry, but the government contracting kind of works the same way across the spectrum. So that's why I can work with many clients in many other industries because the process is the same, right? Whether you're in tech, whether you in real estate or in business consulting, there's a common process here that you can apply, and still win contracts, right? Yeah. Um, you can reach out to me on Upwork. You can reach out to me on Fiverr. This is my Fiverr profile here. So you can just go on fiverr.com/ Boris Lujiger, and you should be able to find me if you need to reach out to me for anything. All right. And also, you can email me at um, info at uh, info at logic.com. If you need to reach out to me, you can email me there too as well. Okay, so let's go here. We're gonna talk about how to make money in government contracting using real estate that you don't even own. I know this is crazy. You don't need to buy, you don't need to purchase it. Now if you already own real estate, good to you, but you don't need it. You don't need to own it. See what we're gonna do. So you go on sam.gov. This is sam.gov. This is exactly what you're gonna do. You go on sam.gov and then you go on search. And I know this because as a consultant, I get to work with many companies, and I get to see what companies do, strategies. Every company has the strategies of winning contract. Everybody has their own business model. So I get to see that from behind the scene because I work closely with executives, CEOs, and senior vice presidents. So I get to learn from them, and this is the advantage of working with a consultant because we have a 360 um, broader view of um, approaching government contracting. Versus if you are only one business working on your government contracting business, it's very hard to have that 360 view unless you talk to other people. You have to talk to many people, and you have to go to them to talk to them, right? But then as a consultant, we talk to many businesses every day, all the time. It's part of our business model. Then we get to learn, and they get to learn from us, and then we use that experience to help other businesses, especially new businesses that do not have any experience. We get to share that with them. They get to learn, and then now I'm going to show you one thing that I've learned recently. So when you get on SAMS, you're going to go to um, you're gonna filter with contract opportunities. Watch this, it's crazy. I just couldn't believe that. I was like, wow, this guy is making banks. Thanks. I'm not gonna share his number. I'm not gonna share his companies and nothing. But I was like, wow, that's awesome. Okay, let's go here. So next we're gonna go product or services information here. So there's one next code that I'm just gonna put one of them. There is a lot that we can use, but this specific example, I'm just gonna put one, right? So I'm gonna put a number here. That number it's gonna be 5, 3, 1, 1, 2. Let's start with those two here, right? Boom. It's not done yet. We're gonna remove the two here. We're gonna do that. Boom, 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 boom. Get all of those here. Boom. That's enough. That's all you need. Keep watching. Okay, let's go. Um, let's just use that as a starting point. There are more, but we can start with that. So let's see. Those are real estate opportunities that the government needs, right? So let's just do that first one here. United States Department of Agriculture. So that's the USDA department. They're seeking for general office space in Valdosta, Georgia. The government needs real estate too. So in this case, they need the office space. So let's go on it. Let's go open that opportunity. Let's go. And this is how you can mix in real estate with government contracting. Watch this, it's not over yet. We're just looking. So that's for the department. Um, Solicitations, date, boom, boom. You make sure that it's still valid. In this case, it's they want to rent the space. So what you have to learn about the opportunities. So right now, I'm just reading what they need. So they want the minimum square footage of 4,000 square foot, maximum 45. Um, So now they have ABOA 5,500 square foot here, and then they have another RSF 5,500 square foot here. So those are the things that I would have to research. What's the difference between the two, right? You have to go and research that because you have to understand exactly what they need, right? Exactly what they mean and what they need. So reserve contracting vehicles to space. So they have to make sure that the space has at least 2 parking spots for vehicles and reserve customer parking 10 and then non-reserved parking space 13. So this is the requirement they're giving you. And guess what? 10 years contract for the long-term contract and there's 3 years firms. That's a big size contract. Good deal. Let's keep going. Termination right 120. Pull-through parking is required. Customer radius supporting and boom, 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 boom. Offer space meets government requirement. Okay, offer due, determine when the offer is due, and so on. And let's go. Okay, so this is our RFA document. We're gonna pull this up. All right. And for for those kind of opportunities, you can work with companies that have already been in the space. But for those, I don't think you have to, because it's not really experience based in the sense where, if you have a real estate, or if you know someone who has a real estate, I think it's enough to get started with. Um, so let me see, use the request for lease. So they pretty much tell you what they need. Yeah. So now what you need to do is you go and you read the documentation. They tell you about the pricing. Usually for renting space like that, the government usually, working with my clients that are in real estate, the government will give you pricing usually ahead of time, what they were willing to pay per square footage, or per office, or by apartments, or whatever. They usually very detailed about the pricing. They usually let you know the pricing ahead of time, so that when you go and look for the property, since if you don't own it, then you know what you need to negotiate for the pricing, so that your profit margin is protected, right? So pricing terms, okay. Those are just the terms. So let me see. Let me go back here. Now those are fees along. As you can tell, we're not going to be able to, on 150 pages, as you can see. We won't be reading the whole thing, but we're just going to scroll through it. We're just kind of going to look what seems important. And I'm going to show you, or you can go and look for those um, places that you can reach out to, and see if you can help them fulfill that need and get your part of the um, and get your part of the profit. Request for leave. So you just read the general information here. Montag, I'm seeking minimum fluency. American National Building, Manor Association, occupying the B area. Space should be located in a modern, so they tell you exactly, should be located, the space should be located in a modern quality building of sounds and substantial construction with a fade set of stone, marble, brick, stainless steel. So they really tell you exactly what they need. Or older permanent material in good condition is acceptable. So they tell you that older permanent materials that is in good conditions are also acceptable. So if not a new building, the space offered shall be in a building that undergone. Okay, so in this case here, let's say you have a big investor that already has money, that has a lot of money, you can just build a new building based on that requirement, because you have a contract guarantee for at least 3 years, but if not, you know 10 years, and that's negotiable too. So let's say if you get the contract, right, I'm not saying go build a building, go build the building according to the spec, and then you don't win the contract, and then now you're gonna cry, right? Now that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can put in your proposal that you're willing to build it, based on the spec, but then you requiring a minimum of 10 years, and then you giving them the pricing as well, or if they have give you pricing. But this is not what we're talking about in this strategy that I've seen my other clients doing. That's not what they're doing. They're not building anything. They're just going to search based on the requirement that the government gave them, so that they can negotiate with the property owner, or the commercial leasing company that has the property listed, and then they start the conversation, right? So that's a strategy that they're using here. The government should not award a lease that exceed. Oh, okay, so they say the government will not allow a lease that exceed 5,100 for 6,000 square footage. So that's kind of what they had there as a RSF. So okay, because I didn't know what it was. Now we know exactly what that means. So now we know. So they pretty much tell you exactly all requirements here. So the term of the lease should be 10 years. So and 3 years same with the government termination, right? So that means minimum 3 years, but it looks like it's normally 10 years, but film, that means worst case scenario it's three. But then that just means that after the 3 years, there are conditions in place for them to terminate in case something, you know. But The lease is meant for 10 years. That's a long time. And that's why those clients make money and nobody talks about it. Everybody that talks about government contraction talks about IT, people talk about business consulting, people talk about, cybersecurity, people talk about many other space. No one talks about real estate and government contracting. There we go. So list and if it's something that you really want to do, you're interested, you want me to guide through a process, you can always reach out to me. We can work on that together and I can help you get set up and get going and look for opportunities as well. Neighboring parking. So they pretty much give you the requirement here. So okay, so you just keep reading it, you keep reading it. So now next, because I don't have time to read 150 page in this video, but let's say if I had to go for this way, so they tell you exactly what it is. They want the building to be within the city limit. So what I will do is I will go copy the name of the city, right? Valdosta, Georgia. So we're gonna go to two websites that can help us find those opportunities, right? We're gonna go to one, LoopNet. And I guess I know this because I'm also in real estate myself. I own a few um pro- properties in real estate, so I know some of the website where you can find. I own a commercial property as well, so I know um where to buy those. I find a commercial property that I own on LoopNet a couple years ago. I've owned it for like 3 4 years now. Um so this year, so in this case they want office space, right? They want office space. So yes, it's gonna be office, and then you're gonna put the location here. Follows at Georgia. So let's go. So you're gonna go on loopnet.com and for lease, right? Office co-working. We're gonna see what they have. So they have four listing. Um, so we're gonna pull up all of them here because and we're gonna go through them. We're gonna make sure that now that one you see, this one is small already. It's 648 100 square foot. That's too small, so we won't even need to open it. Now this one also is too small, 1800 square feet, because they want a minimum of let me open the thing here. They want a minimum of 2000, I believe. 2003. Let me see. It was on the thing. So they want a oh no, the minimum is 4000. So for 288 square foot. So I don't even think. I think only one of them will qualify. Actually, let me go back here. So let me go back. So you come back here. So that one will qualify because this is a total square footage. But again, we don't know yet. Let's see. It might qualify. So that one will not qualify. That one might. Let me see. Um, but that one will not qualify. It's based on the square footage so far. So far, right? So let's see. So this is let me see, plenty of parking. This looks like it's outside of the city limit. Just based on the thing. You go back, feet 55, 275, private office, assembly space for current, rate included utilities, space in excellent condition. Um, Now that building is very big, very large. It's about 2200 square foot. But I don't know if there is ways to modify so now you have to go look at the picture to see if it fits the criteria. No, it doesn't have brick. Remember that specific document say to have bricks and stuff. It doesn't have bricks, but the building looks in good condition. They say if it was in good condition, that it will work as well. No. One thing that I'm worried though, it doesn't look like this one is within the city limit. But again, I don't know the city, so this is one that you will need to call the county, give them the address, and verify if this is inside the city limit or not. Or you can just pull up the zoning of that city and see if that address is part of a city limit. So let's just assume that it is, but looking at it, I don't think it is, to be honest, because there's a lot of green, spot there, unless it's a very small town with green everywhere. So but it looks like it's a very good shape. A lot of parking space. The building looks clean. Oh, there's bricks. I guess they want bricks, so there's bricks. Yeah. So if this building happens to be in a within the city limit, it's a very good building. So to me, it sounds like they have the whole building maybe 2,200 square foot, but I believe there's a way to um to reconfigure that so that we only have 4,288 square footage that we need from for the government, right? So that's when you will need to call the real estate listing agent here, which are those two people. You will reach out to them. You can download a brochure that will have all that information as well. So yes, that's the building size, but for what we need anywhere from 4,200 square foot to I believe to 5,000 max. No, with 4,500. So you will just reach out to them. Okay, I saw that you have this listed as a rental, or let me see, for siblings. Or no, let me see. This it went to something else. I click on something. Okay, I'm not sure what I clicked on here. Let me go back here. Okay, so you will reach out to those two people and you will just introduce yourself. Hey, this is my name is Boris. I'm from this is my company. We in real estate and we in real estate government contracting, and um we are interested in renting your property. Is it? I see that your building size is 2,200 square foot, but we only need 5,000 square foot, for example. Or sorry, we only need 4,500 square foot, and then we need so many parking space and so many parking space. Based on the requirement, you pretty much tell them all the requirement, and you tell them, hey, is there any flexibility to accommodate, um, the um, um, the space that we need, and see if there's a way to divide, the building in a way that we only have those 4,500 square foot, and then you ask the pricing, and everything that comes with it, and then you go back to your requirements, in that document. You go back to your requirements. You make sure that everything that the government wants to see is in there in your general information. Then also, once you have make sure that the requirement have been met with the real estate with a commercial real estate agent. Then the next step is to share the conditions with them. Okay, we're looking at the long-term lease. If it's a long-term lease for 10 years, like I say, you can always negotiate pricing even more with them, right? And then whatever pricing they give you, based on the 10 years, you add your profit margin on top of it, and this is what you're going to propose to the government, right? Because you have to make sure, but don't be too greedy. If you're too greedy, you're going to miss it completely, because you have other companies that actually own buildings that might bid for those opportunities, right? So don't be too greedy, or you can easily miss opportunities like this. So I've seen 10 to 20% is kind of what I've seen on top of the regular pricing. But remember, those are probably going to be like, I'm guessing like 10, 15, 20,000 a month. Depends. I don't know too much about that market, but um, so you can see if it's like, 20,000 a month, more like maybe 15, but let's say it's 20,000 a month. If you get, 20% of that, you're making 4 grand a month, but you're not doing anything. That's on one deal, right? For the next 10 years, because it's a 10-year lease, right? That's what you have to think about. And but you have to negotiate with them that this is a fixed rate. We doing long term, but it's not increasing. That's why you have to negotiate that with the real estate agent. It's like, I'm giving you long term, but you have to also be flexible with me. We're not increasing it, right? Or if we're increasing, maybe by small margin. But the government usually they like fixed rate. They don't like to they don't like to increase prices over time. So that's why you have to make sure that you read the full RFP and 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 understand exactly what he entails. So yeah, and then it tells you about the neighborhood, the parking, the public transportations. So it tells you outside of a city center space. should be located, in an office, research technology, business park that is modern. So that building seems to meet that like a campus atmosphere. Yeah, that one is, you know, and so on and so on. Why? So yeah, just read everything again. It's too long for us to read in this video, but you pretty much go through the whole document to make sure that you match. And that's why, if you're not used to read RFPs, this is gonna suck. And that's why people like me, consultants, we step in to help businesses review requirements and stuff like that. We just make sure that we comply with the regulations and the compliance from the RFP, right, and the agencies. So yeah, so this is um, one property, for example. They have the pricing here, but that pricing is based on if you rent the 22,000 square foot. Since you only need a small portion, usually they may increase it, but since you're doing it for 10 years, that may stay the same, or you may even get that lower. So right, so but when you go back to the government, you present pricing the way they want them, the way they want you to present that pricing to them based on what's in the RFP document. And then this is another one that we pull up. Now that one is looks like the maximum space is 4,000 square foot, but I believe okay size suite one is 2,500 square foot. I believe the minimum that they say was 2,200. Let me go back. No, 4,200. So that one may be too small because they only have that one suite there. So that one might not work unless they have two of those. Then maybe you can. Yeah, that one might not work. But let's look at the picture. Let's look at the picture. See, because they say they want that to be in a modern brick. That one has modern. That one looks modern. It looks brick. It looks like there's brick outside. Um, that looks like more like like a retail area. But they can always reconfigure that in a way that it fits office. But it looks like it will be too much work, honestly. Because usually if you want to reconfigure too much, it's at the cost of the tenant. That's kind of the way commercial properties work. I know because I own one, so that one doesn't seem like it would be a good one, but that was the one that we found. Looks like it's gonna work. Now, remember, this is just one website. I like the other website too. So let's go to Craigslist. Craigslist is another commercial real estate site, and you can go there and you search. So let's see what comes of that. Sometimes there's opportunities on Craigslist that is not on on uh, on Val on LoopNet. So now we just have to make sure we filter the type down to. I know we have L, so we just need office creative, office medical. We need the one medical office because we can leave executive traditional. We can leave creative office too. Sometimes I like mixed use just because there are spaces where they have apartments upstairs, but then commercial in the main floor, right? So that's a mixed use, right? So that's why sometimes but again it just depends, right? So but for now, let's just see if we can have straight, you know, um commercial there. So let's see. No, that's what I log that website. You have to log in your. So let me log in your. I have an account with them because I'm in real estate too. All right. So I went ahead and then log in with my account here, and then yeah, let me show you what I found. See, Craigslist had more opportunities. I knew we were gonna be able to find more, but they said we specify for office. So that one looks very old, but let's open it. That one might be okay. Opportunity zone. Um, does one look more like residentials? Yeah, that one looks very small. That one looks more like a residential. That looks like a retail. That looks too much like a house, man. I don't think that would work. Now this one might work because but that one is for sale. We don't need for sale. We need lease. I need to. Oh, I have the for sale. Okay, no, I need a lease. Okay, yeah, my filter was not right. The government is not buying. They just want to lease that. Okay, let's filter. Okay. Filter for lease. Office. We don't need medical office. I think co-working is fine. Okay, let's go. Search. So I think we're gonna go look at the space square footage, 6,000. They don't want anything above. Now, even if the space is above the 4,500 square foot that they said, we can always ask the landlord to only give us the space that we need. So I will still include that one. I will still include it, but like that one here, with maximum space available looks like it's 1,500 square foot. That's not gonna work. Too small. Unless they had like two space available or three, four space available in order to get to the number that we need. But one is way too small. This one doesn't even look good, so and it's too small anyway. Uh, that one, let's see, that one might work. And then that one will be too small, and it doesn't look like a office, more like retail. So let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. So it looks like that one might be the only one that might work. And then you just have to go on it. So you just have to go look at the picture. You just have to call it, make sure it's still available because it looks like it was listed a long time ago. So you might just have to reach out to them and ask. Um, you can use this to message them, or I believe you can just come here. Yeah, research his name and his company name on Google, and then you can reach out to them to get the information of the flyer. The brochure usually has that as the agent information. Then you can just ask all the questions that you need to know and make sure it meets the requirement from that RFP, and then you can go from there. So that one might work. Um, but again, that's something that you need to dig more into that one. Yeah. So let me see. I need to close this. Okay, window. Okay. So yeah, you can just go through the pictures here. Doesn't it looks like that one is in the city limit, within the city limit, and then the square footage. Uh, it looks like the square footage is they have one space, so they tell you exactly the space they have 2,200 square foot. That looks very small, but you can always ask to see if they have another space that you can combine with it in order to meet the requirement that you have. If not, then I guess you have to go and find something else. And then once you're able to get your pricing and everything, and you negotiate, you let them know that you're looking at 10 years. So to come back with a good numbers because you're looking at 10 years, that way you can give the government the best price and also add your profit margin on top of it and then add it into your proposal. So this is all you combine real estate and government contracting, looking for those opportunities. And we only look at one opportunities, and there was over 300 opportunities there. So it's a very lucrative space. Again, I've seen um, some clients doing it, and they seem to do very well. They seem to be doing very very well at it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that opportunity with you. Then uh, feel free to contact me if you need any assistance with any of that research or any of that writing the proposal, writing the bid, helping you putting that whole thing together. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed that video.